What's up, everyone? Pong Room Productions coming back at you with another movie review, and we just got done seeing Ferrari, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to go full spoilers.
Full spoilers.
It's a relatively, recent release movie, so if you haven't seen it, but you want to know the plot, because I came in seeing this movie knowing absolutely nothing besides watching the trailer one time. Adam Driver was the main actor playing Ferrari.
Enzo Ferrari.
Yeah, and he straight up knocked it out the park. I think this is Adam Driver's best performance. I think it tops Star Wars and everything else that he's done, honestly.
Did you ever see that one movie on Netflix? Him and
Yes.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
What's her name?
Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson. He was really good performance in that,
Yeah,
though.
this one's better.
Really,
This
a
one's
great
better.
performance. I don't know if I'd say it's his best, but it's a great performance. But I guess we should keep going. With,
I think so, yeah. Right out the gate, let's give this sucker a score. I was in the movie theater thinking, I'm going to give this thing an 8, but hear me out. Let me finish. So they showed some gruesome, brutal stuff. And I thought they were just going to cut to, you guys know where it went. They did not.
They did not.
They showed it, and
It was quite graphic.
yeah, and then they did a slow camera walk by
Yeah.
of all the body parts and such, all the way up to, yeah, it was,
Yikes.
yeah, and I was wondering on the way home, I was like, it had to be rated R because of that.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure it
yeah.
was.
And
Also the sex scenes and stuff. Not that they
Yeah.
didn't show anything, but
yeah,
you know, whatever.
yeah, there were some pretty intense sex scenes in here too. So it's probably rated R, and for that,
Oh, it had to be.
because it stuck to its guns and it showed, and you know what I mean, like it didn't let you put one and two together. They were like, this is it. I bumped it up to a 9.
Holy, because of that scene?
No, not because of that scene, but the fact that they stuck with the drama, they stuck with the tension, and they showed the actual car crash and like as if it actually happened.
So you're
And
going
then
out the gate 2024, January 1st, 2024
giving
with a
Ferrari,
9.
giving Ferrari a 9,
Wow.
giving Ferrari a 9.
Right out
Granted,
the gate, first day of the year.
right out the gate, this was a great movie. I even liked it more than Ford versus Ferrari with Christian Bale as their lead, and
Okay.
Matt Damon and everything. This was a good movie. I would watch it again, but we'll get to rewatchability. Tell us what you thought about it.
Very good movie. I'm going to give it an 8, which is very high score for me. We were just talking about last year's, scores, and I think 8 was the highest I gave to like the holdovers. I can't think of any other movies. We'll go through that later on. But 8, Adam Driver, a phenomenal performance. Penelope Cruz,
Yes.
his wife Laura Ferrari, she was excellent
She
too.
did
She'll
very
probably get an
well.
Oscar nomination. I'm
Yeah.
sure they both will. Let's see. Directed by Michael Mann, legendary director. 8, yeah, very good drama, great story, and it's historical. It's based on some book about Enzo Ferrari. Yeah, it's quite an interesting movie. Very good movie.
Yeah, I did not know any of these events.
Me neither.
I did not know the drama behind the Ferrari brand.
It is dangerous
And oh yeah, and
for spectators too.
yeah, I know, right? Just stay in the house and watch it on the television.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that actually happened. Of course, that was
Yeah.
and there's plenty of deaths in all racing. You know what I mean? And mostly,
like NASCAR when it goes in the
yeah,
stands.
I mean,
oh my God.
mostly all the movies that revolve around like Le Mans and races and like historical. Someone dies as a result. Like the race car drivers die. Even with, let me shout
Gran
out.
Turismo.
Yeah, and yep, Gran Turismo, that was insane too. And then let me even shout out the fact that with Formula One on Netflix, which is real life,
Oh,
those drivers crash and die also.
they have
and,
people who've died on that show.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
Wow.
and there's like
That's super dangerous.
that was a driver in season whatever, and now no longer. And it's
Wow.
yeah, it's insane.
That's wild.
It's insane, because you're crashing at 100 miles per hour. I do want to say though, I take a point. It wasn't getting a 10, but it's a 9 for me, and I bumped it up from an 8 to a 9 because it was ballsy, and it was like, we're gonna milk this rated R rating. Of course, it was a good one.
Well, the sex scenes could have been more graphic. They didn't show anything. you
Yeah,
know what I
it was
mean?
classic, all clothes on.
Very puritanical,
Yeah.
for considering it's Italy, and
Yeah,
they didn't show anything.
He was a player. I mean, apparently.
How old was he? Was he like 50 something? I guess in his late 50s, early 60s
I
at the
don't-
time
I
of
guess,
the movie. I was trying to do the math because they said like 1917. He was like 19 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but
I think the movie takes place in the 50s. infidelities. Yeah,
Well, that's gonna fall. He was definitely a player, but then he kind of settled down. I didn't know nothing about the infidelities and the kids.
yeah.
And what do you think? What do you think happened at the end there? Do you think he took the money, or do you think he was like, because he referred to the little boy,
They did
like,
the deal.
you
It
think they
was.
did the
It said
deal?
in the deal, like
He
he
took
kept
the
his word.
money,
Remember, he nodded. So
mm,
he waited till after his wife
and
died to give
then,
the son his last
but it
name.
seemed like when they were,
Which I don't know how. I guess in Italy that's legally how it works
uh,
because in America it's
it's like you
you're the
have to do
father.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
you have to
father.
do it
Yeah.
immediately.
Although
Um,
actually, I'm thinking about it. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
but yeah, I thought maybe it alluded to the fact that because he was saying, "Let's go meet your brother," and it was, an
His
actual Ferrari
what was
name.
his name?
Uh,
The deceased
Yeah,
son.
he was a racer as well, and that's
Dino.
yeah,
Dino
Dino, and
Ferrari.
that's
Yeah.
another thing that they play with. Like it's almost like Ferrari was cursed because of their broken marriage. That like everyone around them, there was like death, because you know what I mean. Like
Maybe
they
you could
they
say that.
discussed it, they brought it up. But that's another interesting fact because I just recently saw the Iron Claw, and
You
another.
saw
I
that?
did see that. I did see that.
What?
But hold on, I'll see it again,
Okay.
and then we'll review it. But that movie also has a lot to do with a curse following the
Oh, with the
family
family thing.
and
Yeah.
a lot of death. So these movies kind of touch on that, but at the same time, this is a totally different movie, full of drama, full of tears, full of arguments, and let's talk about the racing.
Racing was
Let's go
very
right
cool.
into it.
I mean, I can't really judge how technically accurate it is, but it's exciting. And it's
Let's
not my favorite era of race car, like the ones without a hood, without a roof,
Yeah,
and there's like no seat belt,
nothing.
and they're wearing a helmet. What's the point of the helmet? I
Yeah,
mean,
it didn't
it's
do
like,
nothing. It didn't do
you
nothing.
might as well just take it off, dude.
But the sound effects, I gotta say, I don't think those were real time, real motor,
Really?
like exhaust sounds, because they were intense.
It's a pretty authentic movie. I would be shocked if they
I
didn't have like
think
really good sound
I don't
engineers
know.
on this.
I was watching that
Do
and I
you
was
know
like,
what a 1950s era Ferrari
it
sounds
can't. There's
like?
no way it sounds that good. There's no way
Dude,
because this sounded
it's
like
a Ferrari
I
though.
know, but I don't think it sounded like that. I think that was a new age Ferrari,
Oh
and they
no
were
way. A
like,
new age Ferrari
throw
V12
that exhaust
with a
sound.
turbo, and
Yeah,
now they have hybrid
I think they swapped it
powertrains.
out. I think they swapped
Hell
it out.
no. You're off base
All
on
right.
that. I
If
gotta take, umbrage.
I'm just going off of a hunch because the
It's
exhaust was overpowering in the movie theater, and we didn't go see Dolby. Was
But
that?
it was like super. It sounded
It
great in
sounded
digital.
great.
No, it
Yeah,
was. Remember, you're right up close. The camera had to
yeah,
like mimic that you're right there in front of the car.
yeah.
So
But it sounded really good, and it
it
almost
sounded great. Yeah.
sounded too good to be true. That's why I'm saying it might
I've
be.
never heard a 1957 Ferrari what it sounds like a
Yeah,
race car
but
one.
I don't think it sounded that crazy because it sounded pretty crazy. I think they were just hyping up Ferrari with
Were they
the.
V8s in those things?
I don't
I don't
know.
think they were that big engine
I
in
don't
those
know.
things. I don't know. Yeah.
And but I gotta say it takes away for me at least. I was listening and I was like, that sounds a little too good to
You're
be.
still on this.
Yeah, I know. That's all. That's all. I'm done with this
But you
point.
gave it a 9.
I
That's
give it a 9.
huge.
It was a good movie.
Because of Adam Driver's performance.
Adam Driver's
mainly? Was that the
performance
driving force?
and
Yeah.
I'm part and partial to Adam Driver.
I love Adam Driver.
I
Big
want to,
fan.
yeah, I
Big
wanted
fan.
like he did that one movie with like they were crashed on the planet, like Planet
I
84.
didn't see that.
I didn't see it, but I was like, come on, like,
How about this?
and he wasn't that great in Star Wars. He was good, don't get me wrong,
I
but
thought he was great in Star Wars.
I thought he was good in
How
Star
about
Wars.
this? His ears were pinned back. Did you notice that?
I didn't catch that detail.
His ears come out like normally.
Okay, and they
so
put
they
it in.
I don't know how they did it, but they made his ears like because it probably would have been too distracting because the guy has like a short haircut.
Okay,
and maybe he just didn't physically. Adam Driver has ears that come out. More.
Okay.
And they must have like through the magic of Hollywood and
Tape.
tape. They had him pinned back
to be
and-
more accurate to what Ferrari might have looked like.
Yeah, I guess because it would have just been too visually,
Yeah,
like
distracting. Like, hey,
yeah.
Ferrari didn't look like that.
Or
but-
just like his ears are very distracting.
Yeah.
Like you'll notice, like in movies, he has long hair that covers up his ears.
okay.
you
That's
know?
an interesting detail.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't
Yeah,
even notice
yeah.
that. Now I'm gonna.
There's actually surgery to get that done. I'm sure he didn't get
Now-
the surgery, but they pinned him back for the movie though.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Now next time I ever see him, like I'm gonna have to be looking at his ears.
I could Google him because
No,
he's done. He's
we'll
done
get the phone signal
right,
thing.
right.
But
But
that
he's
is
done,
crazy.
he's
That's a
done,
good catch.
he's doing like the publicity tour for the movie, and I'm pretty sure his ears are back to normal. So he didn't
Nice.
have surgery, or it was maybe it was digitally done, but I doubt that. They probably just pinned him back with
Yeah,
tape. Or
probably,
whatever,
probably. Let's go into rewatchability really fast. We're almost on 10 minutes. On a 1 to 10 rewatchability, I'm gonna give this thing a 7 for rewatchability. I probably could see it 2 or 3 more times,
Wow.
maybe once more in the movie theater, and then if it comes on a streaming platform, I'd watch it, or maybe even just to catch a like a breakdown of details to see how accurate it really is. Like
Yeah.
some guys break down the stuff and they go, well, in this scene, that's historically accurate because that'd be
Yeah.
kind of nice to see because it seemed like they did pretty well with the environment and like you know what I
very,
mean.
very. I mean,
Everything around the sets seemed like it was
sure.
old school.
I'm not an
and
expert on
authentic.
Italian,
Yeah.
architect. I mean, it looked great. It
It
looked
did.
authentic.
It
and
did.
it was a great, movie.
Great
that way.
scenery, great
Beautifully
racing
shot
shots.
movie.
Yeah.
Beautifully shot.
I do got to take away a little bit because some of the car crashes just looked just a little fake.
They were a little fake looking.
Little fake.
They
That's-
couldn't quite
that's
get. They
it.
should have
Yeah.
a little more money with the CGI. Would have been nice.
That's
or,
really
or
the only-
practical effects.
I think that's the only 2 things that this movie
I
has
thought you were going to
against
say the crash where they knock out 9 people.
it. Oh yeah.
I thought you were going to
Super
say it looked
spoiler.
a little fake. It looked a little fake.
It did, but it also
It was startling.
Yeah,
it was
I'm-
startling. So
I
I
was-
don't take too much away from it. But if you want to be like a snob about CGI, it was a little
yeah.
phony looking. But again, still a striking scene.
Yeah, and
very jaw dropping.
I thought they were gonna just cut to black when you see the car flipping and hitting the
Oh
pole.
no!
and
Michael
they were
Mann
gonna
was like, "We're going to show this."
yeah, and I mean they were getting audible reactions from the audience.
Yeah.
There was
me and you.
Yeah,
we
there-
were like,
yeah,
"Whoa."
oof, yeah. There were
Yeah, that
audible
was
reactions,
wow.
and there was laughter because some
There
of
was
the jokes.
laughter?
There was
I
laughter.
missed it.
There
I
was,
missed
and then there were some good lines.
Me for that scene.
Yeah, no,
Oh, I was
no,
gonna
no.
say,
I mean,
yeah, there was some
like
some,
with
yeah.
kid jokes and this, that, and the other,
yeah.
and you know what I mean. So good, not too much comedy. Whatever they were doing, it was hitting, and
It
then
hit
they
with
were.
the audience. It was a
Yeah,
small audience.
small
but,
audience.
Yeah, it's a small movie.
I say go see it.
Well, my rewatchability score, I'm just going to give it a 6 because, even though I gave it an 8, it's one of those movies where I say this all the time. It's like if someone wants to see it, I'll see it with them.
Okay.
If it's on TV, I might have it as like, back. And yeah, it's a beautifully made movie, so it'd be nice to watch it again.
Yeah.
But I'll say a 6.
Okay, 6.
rewatchability.
I give it a 7 because, 7. But it was long. It was 2 hours and like 11 minutes.
2 hours and 11 minutes, yeah.
Yes. But I feel like it needed.
It moved pretty well.
It did.
moved
I
fast.
feel like it did need all the 2 hours to kind of
Oh,
to get the points across. You know what I mean?
It didn't feel like there was extra stuff. That
Yeah,
could've
I
been cut
wasn't.
out.
I wasn't checking my watch. I didn't check the phone for the time. I
No,
was just
no.
like, wow, very interesting story. So if you like Ferraris and/or the Ferrari brand or just race cars in general, this is you guys are going to
Or Adam Driver.
or Adam
Penelope
Driver.
Cruz.
Yeah,
sure.
watch it. This is good performances all around.
Very
Honestly,
good, very good.
very good movie. Comment down below what's your favorite Ferrari car. They've made 1 million. Back in the day, they were only producing 98 apparently per
That's
year.
great. That was
Yeah.
amazing to me. It was like, wow, that's it. I mean,
Yeah.
but now, how many could it be now? It's probably not that. They're
Not
$1 million
even that many.
cars.
They were
so
trying to go up to 400 or whatever. So
I wonder how many it is. Yeah, that's a good thing to look up. Google
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
Google that.
Google that.
All right, guys. I say go see this. Thank God we did not go see Aquaman instead of this movie. Yeah, we're gonna have to go
We
see
gotta
it.
see
Though.
it. We
That's
gotta
gonna be
see
the.
it.
Oh, we still got to review the one movie, Last House on the Left.
Oh yeah, we're working on it,
Yeah,
man. Working
yeah,
on it.
we're working
It's,
on it.
The holiday season, very busy.
Yeah, very busy, very busy. If you're watching this, we're still in our
Working on it.
mind.
We
Yeah.
didn't forget.
We didn't forget. All right, guys. Comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll give you some more reviews later. See ya.